championship DNA.
Who? Oh, you like Golden State?
Built, not drafted. Hell no. Oh, no.
I mean, drafted, not built.
I'm a Heat fan. Y'all know that shit rigged up.
And the Heat down, ain't they?
I'm a Celtics
fan. They 2-1. They got one last night.
They won last night?
They should have lost.
What the fuck happened with us, man?
Oh, Heat
should have lost.
Jason Tatum gave you
and I'm a Heat fan.
And them turnovers.
They had them motherfuckers about 20-something points on the road. And then Boston came in and beat them about 20-something points. Tell me that shit ain't rigged up.
It's the refs, man. The refs got this shit fucked up.
That shit crazy.
Against Chris Paul.
Chris Paul ain't gonna ever get a ring. James Harden ain't gonna never get a ring.
Fuck that nigga. You see what he did in Philly?
Charles Barkley.
You see what he did in Philly?
You know what Charles Barkley told the white boys just fucking with him after the show? He said, I keep fucking with me. Come to my house, I'm a fucker.
What the fuck is that emoji?
I don't know. I can't make that.
You said you out of your fucking mind. Tell me my side of the story. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm definitely with you. Boom, everything's fine.
Don't say shit.
Ain't really gonna be much to talk about after that. Long story short, nah, it ain't gonna be no niggas involved. Nah, man, don't tell me no shit like that, Kai. Are you serious?
For real. Welcome with all due respect, man. All due respect podcast. We got some
Very
excellent people, some black people.
Very special guest, man. The greatest podcast in the world. You know it. Yeah. It's your boy Suge. Man, look. Hey, you know.
I want y'all to go ahead and let the people know who y'all are, all that good shit.
I start off, I'm John Calvin. I work with G-Spot brand out of Columbia, South Carolina. I've been cutting hair for over 20 years. I would like to call myself a veteran barber because of the skill set that I have. I love what I do because of what I do. It's made a life for me to take care of myself and my family and my friends. And at the end of the day, I feel like if you follow your dreams will make room for you and you'll always grow.
Pass it on
I'm the boy boss, and I work for G-Spot Barbershop and Salon. We just hit 5 years strong. So I've been cutting about 7 years. 7 years, man? Yeah, about 7 years now. And damn near taking over Columbia, South Carolina.
You for two, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Turquoise. I actually own a black-owned beauty supply store, the second one in my city, for Cultured Clowns Beauty and Hair Care. Yeah, I've been open a little bit over a year now. Yeah.
Where you from?
Columbia. I'm from Columbia, yeah.
You kind of got like a action movie.
Yeah, I heard it too. That's what I was gonna say. Where you from? I like it though.
I'm Amori Pringle, barber at the G-Spot. Been cutting about 11 years. CEO of Persistence, PST 217 shirt line. Make sure y'all go get that. From Beaufort, South Carolina. Happy to be here with the guys. About to make some magic happen.
For sure. Man, we really do appreciate y'all coming and chop it up with us today. It's a lot going on in the world.
I'm gonna tell you this. The name of With All Due Respect is raw and uncut, authentic, explicit. We ain't gonna offend you, but if we offend you, let us know.
I'm not easily offended.
We try to do it with all due respect. Well,
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on in the world, man. How you want to start? I kind of want to pick your brains, though, man. Let's see. So are y'all familiar with a couple of weeks ago? What was it? Probably about 3-4 weeks ago. Maino, gentleman, he kind of spoke about some things that he likes to do. He likes to role play.
I know y'all know Maino. I definitely saw Maino. The rapper.
So
I've heard him. What song was he singing? Nobody knew what he sang.
Yeah,
what song came up with, man?
Maino.
So he's irrelevant now because of his current. What he said.
Right.
Okay.
So what he said though, and I was gonna say pretty much he was doing an interview with, I think he was on Angela Yee's podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got on the topic, but this brother decided he wanted to tell about his sex life, the things that he likes. And Maino was a fan of playing as a slave with his the white woman. He said the way he describes it, his ideal situation is he sweat, and he's saying like it's the role play is him and the woman. He just got whooped, and it's she back there like, oh no, master, and supposedly he comes in the room sweaty, and he's saying that she's like, oh, I know master was whooping you, but I guess she liked it. I don't know, some shit like that. So pretty much because he's sweaty and she's like the master's wife, that's his turn on.
Fucking the game.
Playing as a slave.
So basically, the slave fucking the master's daughter or the master's wife, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's how he like to get off.
That's his role play. He said he likes to start where he they'll do some shit and like she'll be sitting
He
back
drop
there.
his ass off in Arkansas somewhere. let him experience that shit for real.
That's
and
what
see
I
if he still like his role play.
He came back and said it was a joke. But I'm like, you don't
That was
No,
his joke.
that's his thing. But you know,
You really like that shit.
devil's advocate, if you fucking with a white chick, you know what I mean, and she's a white chick, you know what I mean. I ain't talking about the chick that grew up around a whole bunch of black folks.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a
real
bitch that serves supper. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about that type of motherfucker.
6 o'clock in the
I mean, you gotta have the role play, John, that say, hey, we gonna play the fucking role play, master, slave fucking the master's daughter or the master's wife.
He might feel empowered.
Well, you gotta bring that energy to the relationship. You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
ain't nothing better
The way that
than
it was said, like,
new
hey,
pussy to rejuvenate the old pussy.
I wouldn't have told nobody. I would just kept that in
Oh,
my
hell no. Nah, I agree with what John said. Send that nigga to Arkansas.
Oh yeah, but that's what he probably met at. You know what I mean?
Drop him off.
But that's what he met
That's
at.
kind of I don't know. Like I get the fetishes, that shit cool.
Put that
Like,
nigga in
yeah,
one of those
everybody have their
towns,
own different
man.
fetishes. Why does it make his fetish any different than anybody else's fetish?
I don't know. A nigga want to get whooped, and he want that.
That's something we try to get away from.
But she was whipping.
So what's the difference between him wanting to be a slave and somebody wanting to be choked out?
Well, hold on. I can't let you get that off.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Look, it's been a ride, but no, hold on. Cause listen, all right. So you might, you know, if a girl she like to get choked. That's a little, you know, that's okay, cool. You know, she like, you know, that's her thing. She like the rough type shit. But I just don't understand why. Why is that gonna excite you for you to call her like master?
How do you
And
make
you
your
sweat.
meat hard, man?
I just don't get it. You're right. Everybody has their
I
own
don't do
shit.
that. Don't
but
choke me. Don't
I
choke me. I don't do that.
Like everybody had their shit, but I just don't know. What's the Pete, man? What's the wildest shit a chick ever tried to get you to do?
Me?
Yeah.
Fucking the meat market. Yeah.
What the fuck?
And the freezer.
I promise y'all, he
Whole lot of meat.
Real shit. But listen.
I want your meat. I want this meat. Nigga, give me all the meat. Nigga, damn.
And the meat market.
When it was cold?
With the fucking
Was it
chip-
cold, though?
When the chip was cold.
Oh yeah, you wasn't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. It was cold.
You wasn't gonna be able to do it.
But the shit is, you gotta be on that honey. Y'all know about the honey. You gotta be on the honey.
Hey, so you tell me that shit always been around? I've
What,
been seeing that
honey? Honey been around for a minute.
That shit been coming up.
You used to
strong
have to
since
spread
me.
it on your dick. You didn't have to take it. You put it on your dick and then she suck it off.
Oh, it's some people who not following.
It make it more even stronger, right? That's funny as hell.
Oh, you said honey.
Yeah.
That's it. Explain for the people that's not following. I'm with you.
Listen,
What that
you
mean?
know, like we talked about in the last episode when we be going to the Indian stores and shit.
Okay.
So now they got the fucking tube of honey. You know what I mean?
Supplement, yeah.
The supplement. So no headaches. You know what I mean? Heartache pounding. You take the honey, drink whatever you drinking afterwards, and it's in your system. Pow. You know what I mean? 10, 15 minutes. You ain't telling your John, wait, give me about 45 minutes, you know what I mean? This motherfucker. This pill kicked in. You know what I mean? 10, 20 minutes, you probably, when you're on your way to a house, hold on, shorty, I gotta get some gas before I get there. It's natural.
It's supposed to be all natural.
Yeah. So, back in the day, you used to put it on your John and let her eat it off like hot dog. Ketchup. Now, you take it, you know what I mean? and now you good. Now, you know what I mean? I'm a little bit older than everybody in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I take it. I'm just saying this is what
you know what's funny though?
Yeah.
But to relate to that, it kind of makes sense. I mean, I'm not condoning this nigga saying what he said, but that's probably the only way he can get off. Like he gotta do some crazy role play type shit. And there's different strokes, literally different strokes for different folks. So you know what I'm saying? Like
that's like.
That's kind of it's out there, but
on Players Club when old girl was spanking on white men and shit, and they like
that shit.
Yeah,
man, they got spots right there in Charlotte that you go in the dungeon and shit like that. What's any difference from you being with a John? You know what I mean? And then you fucking with her and you like her to put her finger in your ass.
I mean that shit.
Now you getting finger fucked while you getting fucked.
It's like you think this shit normal. Like niggas paying $300 for feet pics or paying
real shit.
flying a nigga out or
They
flying a
got a
chick
whole
out to piss on you. Niggas will pay
no
for that, bro.
so you step on your back.
To step.
That's crazy.
You know about that,
let me ask you
No.
this. You. I don't want to sound weird when I ask it, but you know we keep it real. You ever a woman ever offers to lick your gooch, or you ever a little woman?
No.
Stop asking.
so hold on, but somebody asked you that though.
No.
Nah, he like to ask that shit.
I
Go
just
ahead.
like
I'll
to
make
throw people off and see.
No.
But Tank said that's how he get out though.
What the nigga also said that, you know what I mean?
He said, but that don't make you gay.
Twice don't make you gay.
Did he say twice?
Twice. He said the third time you gay. You know what I mean? The second time is you're just curious. You know what I mean? The fuck out of here. You think of a dick, you gay. You think about sucking the dick, you look at your own dick too long and you get. You know what I mean? What the fuck is you gazing down on? Make sure that motherfucker clean, ain't got no bumps and it ain't ashy. Then you go the fuck off and you fuck away.
But again, not condoning it. Like
some
some people, that's how they get out. You know, that's how they get off. You know,
That's wild, man.
Prime example. I know a boy right now. We call him the gas man. Right? There you go. He come in the joint. He come in the barbershop. And his fetishes, he said he was locked up, did a little bit. You know what I mean? Said he got up and he went to the swingers party. Right? Went to the swingers party and he said the husband and wife couple introduced him to the act of a chick peeing on him. Right? So he said the first time he had it done, he was like, wow, the shit was warm. Now this motherfucker come through the shop and he was explaining it to us. And he fuck around and he said he got a whole scuba gear suit that he flies chicks in from Atlanta, pay them their money, and he lay down the plastic on the floor. He get in the scuba Steve suit and he fucking around and lay down and the chick pee on him and he pay her.
Yeah.
And he sells watermelons that Amore buys on a regular basis.
It sounded like that nigga been in prison and had some niggas pissing.
Hey, somebody was pissing on him. You know?
Shit came from somewhere.
Oh hell, niggas whipping out like
Call it that gas.
The gas.
Call it
Yeah.
that gas. He said, I need some gas.
That nigga gone. He got a scuba gear. He got a scuba set. He
Oh,
scuba that shit.
with the flippers and every fucking
He's
thing. You got the goggles and everything.
That's crazy,
He about that
man.
shit. He
Because
But y'all know what's even crazier though? Like, think about us growing up, seeing all these motherfucking slave movies and shit. And all we ever saw was master's wife sending somebody out to the motherfucking stable, go get one of these bucks to come back to break her back. That's all we saw in most slave movies, if you think about that shit. The only one that fucked me up where I was like, when is it gonna happen? I was like conditioned, waiting for it to see it, was Django. I'm like, when he gonna fuck the white lady? But he never did, you know what I'm saying? But all these other slave movies, they had it in it, you know what I'm saying? So in this nigga mind, like I'm doing one for the team, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta beat her down because of what y'all done put us through, you know?
it's crazy, like all the fetish shit y'all was talking about. Like I don't know if y'all really be deep on social media, but it's this shit that's been coming up. Like it's you know the Instagram models, right? A lot of people saying that some of these Instagram models don't really be getting paid from all these sponsorships and brand ambassadorships. They really getting flied out by these men in Dubai, and these motherfuckers shit on them and pay them just to shit on them.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
But you gotta
heard
that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Like they fly them out,
And they ain't talking about
But
it.
no, but they're paying like $30,000. But not only are they doing that, like they're letting like their animals have sex with them, like all types of stuff.
I mean,
all of their friends just for $20,000-$30,000. Like nah.
But you got to look though. Think like if somebody was paying you to piss and shit on them for 30 bands, I'm not gonna fuck up my meal ticket. I'm not gonna tell nobody.
Twice a month. She
I
gotta
mean,
get
I'll
60
I'll tell you
bands.
right now.
And she just gotta take a couple of showers.
A motherfucker got a disease and they shit on you. You got that.
Paying me to come and piss and shit on them? I'm not
Well,
gonna tell nobody.
it's a
Why would I fuck
percentage.
that up for myself?
Yeah, I mean, it's a percentage. You know what I mean? And the motherfucker shit on
So,
you ain't automatically got it.
You're not gonna take the job. You wouldn't take the job? You don't have to go to work.
If they was flying me out to come fuck one of them bros,
Twice a month. You got this chick. It's twice a month. This old ass white lady. She fly you to Cali to piss on.
It ain't just that.
And you paying
It
for
ain't
me
just
for
you.
free. Hold on.
It ain't just you.
Yeah, it's
It's
multiple
you
men.
and everybody with you. It's you, your son, your brother, your uncle, and whoever else they say can have sex with you.
So it's basically like
multiple men doing this.
so it's basically like a bukkake
Now
scene.
it could be just you, but it could be somebody
There you
else.
go.
You don't know.
The motherfucker straight bukkake.
You don't know.
You got the actual type of question.
Yeah. You know.
You got
You about to
to
compromise your manhood.
That's what I'm like. Oh, you no. You know the way you fucking explained it. You talking about like
So
one
what-
person, she get that.
No.
To get back on topic, was the chick, the white chick, was that his chick or was it like
I
somebody
guess
that?
whoever this white chick he did.
Honestly, I think it was probably a promotion thing. He probably was going to release a song. It was like, this will get
It probably
this will
was
get you
for
talked about right
publicity,
now. So
but-
why not say this?
I feel like there's some truth to that.
Even if
You
it's
don't
true, I wouldn't tell nobody that shit.
Hell no.
I'm not, you don't tell nobody that. Not on damn.
Especially not Angelique.
hell.
Well, there's some weird shit going on.
But he said he does this on a regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said like that's his
That's
thing.
yeah.
He fucking yeah.
Probably
What
on
you
the
like,
other
what you
one.
like, you know?
Like what you like.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of times we put these motherfucking artists and movie stars and all this shit in a certain fucking category. What about the chick that was playing in the Doctor Strange movie just got fucking 22 years on her husband for fucking with the 13-year-old chick
I didn't know that.
on the sex profile? Shit came across the news the other day,
I just saw that.
and it's only bad when they pulled up on her. I'm like, damn. She fucking with the 13 years old. I can't remember her name.
I just saw the
witch.
movie too. I don't know her name.
Yeah, I can't remember. She had a spliff and the Doctor Strange girl, and her husband was grooming this 13. Every time they groomed this 13-year-old, they had some type of sexual encounters with her. Total between both chicks, it was 20. Her and her husband, 22 years total.
What character she played?
Hold on, man. Damn.
Man.
Yeah, I was just reading this shit like, damn, this shit was crazy.
That's a bad time. Disney ain't gonna play that shit. Yeah,
Movie
they
good,
fired.
though.
Yeah, movie
Movie
good.
fired.
Disney
Movie
ain't going
fired.
for that though. Your ass gonna be out of a job.
She out of here.
So I'll say, kind of talk about, just kind of switch topics a little bit, not really, but it's a little bit of something that's going on, kind of touch right now, bring it back to the sex thing. So y'all heard the story. Is a woman, you know, had a boyfriend, and she, I guess she caught him watching. His porn fetish was like daddy-daughter porn, I guess like the stepdaughter shit, and she kicked him out. Like she caught him watching, you know, this isn't her husband, this is her boyfriend. So yeah.
So she kicked him out because she had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So she felt like you sitting here watching, even though you know the porn is role play, but what if you have some type of actual fetish for that? You watching daddy daughter porn, and I have a daughter in my house.
And you were probably up
As
trying
she
to
should.
molest my child.
Yeah.
He had to go.
Yeah, she ain't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, let's be proactive instead of reactive.
Yeah, he had to go.
Like,
You gotta get the fuck out of here.
I asked somebody about that, and they kind of agree with it, but they felt like, well, when you watching that type of shit, it's like role play. It's not like it's real.
But why watch
That's
it?
what the fuck you
But
into.
why watch it if you ain't into it?
Yeah.
Like, that don't
That's
even make
what I'm
sense.
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
It was a joint on TikTok the other day. A chick was asking, you know what I mean, if what was what the fuck was that shit? 7 Shades of Grey or
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey. You know what I mean? If a dude approached you with that same dynamics, would you or would you not do it? So you know, at the end of the day, I look at the comments because those are the funny shit. Huh?
What now?
The 50 Shades of Grey movie.
She said if a dude.
But it was a dude that was leading the joint, right?
Yeah.
If a dude came, it was like, ladies, if a dude come to you
Oh, okay.
with that same agreement, would you do it? You know what I mean? Would you do it? Shit, if it was 100 comments, 98% of the fucking women was like, where do I sign up at?
He a rich nigga. They was definitely gonna do that.
So they looked at it from the bag? They looked at it from the money perspective?
No, they looked at it as this is their satisfaction. This is what they like to do.
50-50. That's what I think. It's
Nah, it's 50-50. Some of them looking at it like, this nigga paying me for this, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, girl, they
Well, you know, satisfaction. Physically and financially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, he did pay her?
I thought
They had a contract. They had a contract.
Damn. I thought they was like having a contract, but it was like it got kind of crazy.
But see, they started off with the contract. Yeah, but they started off with the contract, and then they went to then her emotions got into it.
That's what I thought the issue was. Because like in the contract, he said they ain't really supposed to.
It was just some
each
shit
other.
he was into.
Yeah.
It's a 3-movie type shit.
The shit is deep.
It's wild.
But Jones be like on it. And if you don't know what Jones is, that means everything. That's a fucking noun. Person, place, a fucking thing. You know what I mean? So you'll hear it throughout the Jones. You know what I mean? Jones did this, and Jones did that. Yeah, that's what we do. You know what I mean? So you listen. You be surprised what a motherfucker like and what they don't like.
You think people be embarrassed to talk about this type of fetishes?
Yeah, they do. But why? Shit is 2022.
But some people like.
Because people are so judgmental.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, because you want to hear so much backlash.
I mean that too, but it's not something a lot of us is used to or accustomed to. Like, you know, when it comes to sex, you think about the regular smuggler. You know, you get your meat sucked.
But we all grew up watching porn. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody got their own motherfucking thing that get them off with porn. You know what I'm saying? But when you talking about some shit like that with a kid, man, like come on.
That's wild.
Yeah.
But that's too much.
Nah.
That's wild. But I think
too much.
That's almost like nigga use a molester without coming out saying I'm a child.
Yes,
like 3, 4, 5 years, you can try it.
Or it's like you like the younger girls.
That's shit weird.
Like,
because that's the thing I be wondering. Like when you like go and look at it, it was like I just don't know. Was he watching it like because was it the daddy daughter dynamic that he liked, or was it just like?
So
that's what some people saying. Some people saying that it ain't really like the daughter daddy dynamic. It's probably he just seen a fat ass.
But that's their opinion, though.
I don't know.
We really don't know that.
Fat ass on the door because when you look at the topic, it says daddy daughter.
Yeah, that shit say daddy daughter.
You
know,
you're just looking at the porn just for what you looking for, just to beat off to. But at the same time, the title is kind of like.
It's there. I mean, it's telling you what it is.
Why you watching some shit like
that? But
I
mean, tell me though, bro, what's a normal porn type?
Black porn
that's not
do no
true.
shit like that. I ain't never seen it.
What, black porn?
Yeah.
Well, shit, black porn ain't got no goddamn plot. They ain't got nothing.
Yeah,
when you walk into a spot like this and niggas is just fucking. You know what I mean? You don't know how we got to the fucking. You don't know how we gonna leave the fucking. All you know is this niggas right here in the middle of the floor on the mattress.
I'm not gonna lie. Like,
what's the most search for porn?
I know back in the day,
black porn.
Because I know back in the day, like, if you found porn back in the day, it was like a DVD your pops or uncle had. And that shit get straight to the point.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And ain't no role play, none of that.
3 minutes later.
And that was on VHS.
Yeah.
And the shit was about to pop because you had your one segment to where you wanted to see. 2 minutes, but to the 5 minutes. And that was the wildest shit. Anything before that, the fucking tape about to burn the fuck out.
I think it's more of like doing something you're not supposed to be doing and you get that thrill, like some spontaneous shit. But it's still fucked up if you're looking at a daddy and daughter type of shit.
That's how
But he can find some other shit.
Right.
Were they white?
They didn't say all of that.
Like crazy stuff too.
But I mean, you don't hear about it.
I read a comment.
You would be surprised.
I forgot what the topic was, but I read a comment where a lady said that her husband married her daughter, and he raised her. He raised her since she was like young.
I think I've seen that before. I don't know what you're talking about.
Black, yes. Yeah. Say he raised her since she was like a toddler, and he ended up having sex with the daughter, and ended up, I don't know if she was pregnant, and they ended up in a relationship.
That's some shit.
Right.
But I mean, look, what I would say was the most popular porn category in the United States. It's the step family porn and Hitani. What is it? Hitani.
What kind of pole was that? A white person pole?
That's probably like some.
I mean, that's just top of the list.
It's top of the list.
Like stepmom, fucking stepson, stepdad.
Doing some shit that you're not supposed to be
What the fuck
doing.
is a Hitani?
It's probably some amnesia shit.
It took me a minute to know what the fuck bukkake was. I had to search that shit. I'm like, God damn, this is what's going on. Niggas in line waiting to jack off on bitches. I'm like, I didn't understand that to save my life.
Would you hit your step? Would you hit your step?
No.
Fuck my step. No.
Would you hit your step?
In the normal world of the norm, people would do that shit. But in my opinion, I wouldn't do that.
But you gotta remember, like, who the fuck are these people polling? Like 18 to 24 year old niggas? Like,
it's not clear.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look into the dynamics of, nigga, what does a grown man get off on? Like, nigga, I don't want no kitty shit or I want to fuck no mother.
That's kind of wild though.
That's weird.
You searching that? That's wild.
Well, who like regular sex? Who like regular sex?
But what is regular sex? Missionary?
Regular sex is you want to have sex? Yeah. And we get it.
I don't want to fuck a bitch that say something like that.
This is my point. I was telling this nigga. Everybody, let's say you get you a girl.
Yeah.
You don't want no lame chick, right? You wanted to know what she doing when you hit her.
Yeah.
That's why you need
Was she a hoe?
But how far do you go before it's not normal no more? Like, what is the extreme? Like,
When it's not planned.
this shit we talking about is beyond me. Like,
that's it.
Like, but
Like with
when you role playing, I like with the Maino shit. I can understand. I might even do some crazy shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a white person that, like, you know what? I got a vendetta against white people for whatever reason in my mind. I'm thinking not real, but I'm saying that if I'm like that, then I'm about to pound you and make you call me slave master, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That shit. That could have been that nigga's mindset. Like, fuck it.
fuck you get there?
You read it, that's what I got.
That really could have been his mindset.
He made it seem like that's not his mindset.
That nigga lying.
But the way
But that's
You said it. That's your shit.
That nigga lying.
you said it.
That nigga lying.
Nah, it's a little truth in every joke. So,
I agree.
mean, come on,
I agree.
bro. That he meant that shit. So, but
So
look,
we can move to the next one.
this is the last thing I want to ask though, kind of with all that. So, kind of bringing it full circle. So, bringing this to the other side. How y'all feel about this shit? Because Kai say I'm wrong, but maybe I am looking at it about a little nigga.
That's
He
what
got
I was about to
his
say.
teacher.
That's what I was about
He
to
tagged
say.
him. Or the older lady. Kai say that's wrong, and it is because growing up, the idea was, oh, you young nigga, you fucking young nigga, you hit the teacher. But I mean, it's the same shit.
If you in a perfect world, everybody is living by moral standards, it is wrong.
But whose moral standards? Whose moral standards? Society's moral standards?
Think about it this way.
We're talking
You remember
about
the
society.
episode of George Lopez? And remember George Lopez? They went online. They saw it was a sex
Let's
offender.
fully explain.
Okay.
Okay.
tell
So
me.
No, I'm
it's
lost.
this older lady on social media, on Instagram and TikTok. She posted this video, I guess, being as a joke, saying like her son, when they were younger, he had this friend. Went to the prom and she told him, "Oh, you look nice, you a handsome son. When you turn 25, come holler at me." When he turned 25, he didn't forget that. He came to her.
I saw that.
And
then he
she
came
said,
on.
she said, "I'm a woman of my word." So hey, so come over here and get some cake.
I'm gonna give you this cake.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of people in the comments was like, if this was a man doing that to a girl, grooming a girl like that, a young girl, we would be called perverts and pedophiles.
Right.
But when it's a woman,
Oh no. But he was grown.
He kind of
That double
He waited.
But he was grown when he went.
praised that type of shit
waited.
because it's a dude. Oh, we praise him for hitting that older woman like that.
Nah, that ain't. I mean, it's the same thing. It ain't even a double standard. Because
It is
most
not.
niggas.
No, it is a double standard.
No, it's not. Because think about it, nigga. We done seen so many fast little black ass girls or whatever.
What's fast though?
Out here acting like you grown when you shouldn't be.
Well,
acting
what's
like
fast? Because of how you perceive the little girl to be?
No, because of
Is
how
it
she
your
present herself
perception?
to be.
What's how do you perceive?
14,
How's
15
that?
years old, you walking around, you doing shit, you saying shit like you're a grown woman when you should be acting like a child, you know what I'm saying? Or staying in your place. But that same little 14, 15-year-old girl, in your mind, you thinking, she turned 5
But
more
you know
years.
she's 14 to 15.
Yes, we know that. We know it. But a man's perspective is when she, 5 more years, she can get it because she'll be grown. You see what I'm saying?
It happens, man.
That's every day, all day.
But that's not good.
It ain't good, but that's what reality is.
normal though.
Nigga, we were all teenagers.
That's normal.
All of us were once teenagers.
We were.
So
I mean, I even know like some dudes in high school we went to that hit seniors, and we was freshmen.
How many teachers you had growing up that you wanted to beat down? Think about it. And the teachers today are different, like than when they were. We had old ass women growing up. Like
I ain't never had no teachers look like the motherfucking teachers.
the way they look today, I was fucking all my teachers. If I was in school, I'm fucking all my teachers. I'm fucking.
my teachers are fucked up back
The ones that how they look today,
They
I want to knock all of them
He
out.
was all old as hell, you know. Like, he was
So when you asking what's fast, what is fast to you? Like, you know,
I don't think we can. I think that's something that society puts on young girls based off their perception. You know what I'm saying? It's their perception. So what's fast? That's what I'm saying. Like, what's fast? Because she's out here with a half top on and short shorts. So the way you're looking at her,
Yes.
so that's not that has nothing to do with her. It's everything to do with
I
you.
can't say as men we do sexualize women a lot.
You want to see? I don't give a damn if she's 15 or if she's 25. If she's looking like a grown woman, you're gonna look at her like a grown woman. But then you gotta remind yourself, nigga, this is a child. Like,
I got a niece. Step
She
niece.
fast?
She's still my niece, but she has a
probably
body
fast.
like she's
A grown
an
ass
adult,
woman.
right?
How do she
You know what I'm
act?
saying? Listen,
See?
Hey, there it is. Hey, there it is. When you hear this shit, when mama trying to tell a story, they be like,
Listen, let me tell you.
I feel like she acts like her mother.
It's
Whatever.
all in what you grow
But-
up around too.
Men should know this is a little girl.
They
You
should
look
know.
at her for her actions. This is a little girl.
Should know.
You know
I
what
think
I'm
that's
saying? She's
how
looking
she
at
acts.
social media.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
again,
She's going off
it'll be
something else.
situations when it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like the same topic we talking about. Like, look, you know, because you young, I ain't gonna fuck with you. But when you turn 18, 19, when you legal, I'm gonna tear that ass up. Like,
they say that though, bro. They say
Yeah, they
that.
do, but
They
but
do
the
it
point
every
is,
day,
is like,
all day. I
when
promise
men
I
do
see
it, when men do it, and I'm not justifying it because it's wrong. When men do it, we definitely get ridiculed. But it's like when it comes to a woman, it's praise when a boy hit an older woman.
It's because it's pussy.
We just had that.
but she must.
Just had that.
It's not right either way.
I mean, it ain't right. But from a man's perspective,
It's pussy.
you like, wait a minute.
Let's not fucking front. It's pussy. Now I mean,
Tell them the truth, man.
what are you talking about? My thing is, if you 15 and I'm like, yo, when you turn 19, I'm gonna tear that ass up, nigga. What the fuck was you doing from 15 to 19 that you still thinking about that old pissy ass pussy right there?
That's
Because
right.
15, this motherfucker ain't even there cleaning and wiping herself good. You know what I mean? So yeah, exactly. So you fucking around and waiting till she 19, nigga. You ain't had nothing else better to fuck to do.
They take your
And
ass
4.5 years.
Right.
I gotta switch gears real quick. You grew up in the North. I grew up in the North.
Yeah.
Think about all the young, fast girls that used to come around, be around all the older chicks. They be at all the parties and shit. They too motherfucking young to be in there. Think about how many of your homies you used to see talking to these little young chicks. And you be like, nigga, you do know she underage, blase, blase.
Yeah.
How many of these niggas you remember hearing say, well, shit, as soon as she turn old enough, I'm gonna get her. Because if she want to act like a woman, I'm gonna treat her like a woman. So in their mind, they thinking, all right, legally, you're a woman. So I'm gonna go ahead and treat you like a woman. But they've been wanting that any motherfucking way because they was out here being fast when they shouldn't have been.
I don't like the fast.
I don't know.
That's just that's how it was. That's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying?
If it's a little girl out here doing something like that, I feel like it's all about because of the type of people.
Well, that's what she see.
It's
Right.
social media.
Right.
It
That's
goes
what
back to
she
what
see.
she's saying
It's
now.
what she sees.
It's social media now.
No, today, yeah, it's social media, but back then I feel
It's
like,
based off
and
of
even
who you
today still, like half of it is still is based off of who you are around. If your mother isn't like, if you have a mother that's kind of like your friend instead of actually being a parent, and you seeing her around a certain chick, you gonna follow suit behind that, and that's all you gonna be conditioned
Right.
to as a little girl.
Not
Same thing
necessarily.
with boys too.
Not necessarily.
How?
Because you gotta leave the house. And once
But when you leave the house, you gonna do the same shit that you see your people do.
No, you won't. Because some kids are so fucking sheltered to the point when they leave the house, all they want to do is the opposite. They just.
I mean,
want to
that's the case too.
Yeah.
Like
you think about society, the way they condition our children to the point where nigga, like, everything is acceptable, even if you try your hardest to keep them from all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want them to be in those situations. Nigga, you can't go nowhere or turn on the TV. They got these, everything they need to groom them.
Kids, I don't think
you can't hide the world.
I don't think
it's on them.
Even with us coming up, I don't think we could keep a lot of shit from it. I think it's on the parent to like educate the child on certain shit that you may experience yourself or personally, or that you may see other people experience.
That's the thing, though, bro. Like,
don't let the fucking world goddamn raise a child. Like,
that's
don't try to shove them and be like, I wanted to just protect you. Nah, educate them on this so they can know what's right and what's wrong.
So when they experience
it, when they do experience it,
they
like,
already know.
Mama, this is what Daddy was talking about.
That's the problem, though. See, this is the thing, though. How you think about how you grew up. Everybody in here, how we grew up with a village. There's a lot of people in your life, influential people. Now, though, you can't do that shit. You say, like, you try to parent. Your aunt, everybody like, hey, don't fucking do that. Like, and you feel some type of way because he's talking to your child like this. So how the fuck the village gonna raise a child? That shit is over. Niggas ain't got OGs. That's all. That's the point of all this shit.
All the grandmamas gone now.
What shit? Your grandma's 35.
Not the same. But your grandma's 55.
35. These
like what the fuck?
All the grandmamas young.
Grandma's 35. You know what I mean? These days. But then look at the age gap. Let's do an age zone right here, right now. You know what I mean? How old are you?
26.
26.
42.
45. Here we go. This shit. You go.
Well, 42.
26. 25. You know what I mean? So we can sit back. I don't give a fuck how old she says she is. We can sit back, you know what I mean, and look at what we went through, you know what I mean, coming up as young boys, young Jones up in wherever we from. Whether it's from up north or down south. To compare to now, you know what I mean, at 20, 25, 26, whatever the case may be, this shit is totally fucking different. And I remember going to the store, buying my grandmother cigarettes from the OA and from across the street. I didn't need no ID.
Or the corner store.
Yeah, you remember that? You know what I mean?
You know your whole.
You know what I'm saying?
They know what it was.
And the next door neighbor, I'm going to the store for my grandmother, and Miss Pearl next door, Miss Benny to the left is like, hey, get us this, and this. And we'll put it on the tab, or they'll give me the money or the food stamps, you know what I mean, to go over there and get them. You're not doing that right now.
That's a similar thing I can say to South and North got. Like, neighbors, we all knew our neighbors. Like, when I was younger, if my mom had to work a double or something, I'm home by myself. I'm old enough to be home by myself, but the neighbors still watching out for sure. Ain't shit.
The turnkey.
You know,
but don't let Miss Kathy
don't open my door for nobody.
But don't let Miss Kathy see me doing some bullshit while mama at work. I know she gonna cuss my ass out.
But I remember that as a young boy coming up, when it was me and my mom, or when my mom married. You understand what I'm saying? I remember having to come home, come in the house from school, turnkey, and I remember my mom saying, "Don't take your ass outside that house until I got done. Till I get home. Don't open that door for nobody till I get home." I remember my mom saying, and I'm 45. I remember my mom saying, as a young boy, saying, "Hey, when you get home from school, you need to do your homework. You need to do these chores." That meant clean the house, clean the bathroom,
ground the meat.
Yeah, ground the meat. Drain it, because when I come home from work, I'm gonna finish off the dinner. We gonna have dinner, and we gonna prepare for next day.
You don't take that meat out.
It's a problem. You know what I mean? I remember that. But
that's crazy.
But look at how we are now. You understand what I'm saying? Look at how we are right now, and what instilled into us today.
I know, and see, I know we kind of get off topic, but that's cool. What's crazy to me now is I feel like parents. Okay, so say I'm 26. Say I do have sisters and shit, but not like from my mom. But say I had another little brother or little sister or something. Say I had another little brother. I feel like today, the way we grew up in our generation, like the 25, 26, 24-year-olds, our parents was hard on us. But I feel like they treat the siblings, they kind of be lenient with them.
light on.
Of course.
Yeah,
You mean the one? You mean
I
young
Ones that came after you.
the age where they was being hard on us, they got that age now, but they being lenient with a lot of shit.
I think that's funny because, like I said, I'm 42.
Yeah.
So my brother is 11 years younger than me. And so me and my older sister, we feel like, like they had it good. Like she was so lenient with them. Like they did everything. Like she was so strict with us. And them, they did everything. They went out. They just was them running wild.
You do some shit to get your ass, so they do something. They just, hey, stop that.
But you gotta think that they're older. Your parents is older now.
But the
You know what I mean? They older. They like, fuck it. We sleepy.
That's the way to go, bro. Like, fuck it.
They come home. Fuck it. But let me tell you something. Door lock at this point. Your ass ain't in here.
You out.
You out.
Yeah.
Now, a little bit off topic, I want to ask a question. Because I know he mentioned something about, growing up, your mom taught you, certain things. So do y'all feel like men should, or that parents should teach their sons how to, cook, clean,
Yes.
and everything?
Yes.
Fucking right.
You know why? Because my mom told me this, and my brothers. Get your ass in this kitchen, learn how to cook, because you might mess around and meet a young lady that don't know how to cook, and don't let that be an excuse why you can't feed yourself, or don't let that be an excuse why you don't want to be with her. But in today's society, no disrespect to you or you, young lady, so many women don't know how to fucking cook. But do you say, okay, I can't be with you because you don't know how to,
Teach it.
you don't know how to cook. And the old school shit used to be the key to every man's heart was through his stomach. The average man that go to work every day and take care of home, take care of family, when he come home, it might not have to be every fucking day. But you do want to have a home cooked meal. So if I always got to come home, to do the cooking, and I'm looking at you like, well, shit, you ain't even want to learn. In my mind, I'm thinking, all right, let me teach you. Let me get you some cooking lessons. And you're like, no, I'm good, I'm straight. Then why do I need you then?
I feel you on that.
Why do I need you? Because if you're a grown-ass woman, real quick, and you all the way on your shit, you don't need a man for anything because you can just have this conversation. You make enough money to where you can support yourself, take care of yourself. Only thing you need a man to come through for is for the good jug from time to time.
Can I get an applause?
So here's the thing, right? If I'm a man and if I was raised, going back to what you said, if I was raised to say, you know what, somebody just had this whole conversation, it was a big ass thing on social media and they blew it up about a woman cooking and being able to know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? That's old school traditional values. But today's society, you don't see that. We don't, especially y'all generation, you know what I'm saying? But I don't give a damn at the end of the day. I'ma still cook. I still twice a month out of every month on a Sunday, I cook a big ass Sunday dinner. It's me, my fiance, and my baby. And I cook like it's motherfucking 20 people coming to the house. Because my mom taught, that's what she did, you know what I'm saying? So to go back to your question, I think it's different strokes now, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's agenda is different. It really is.
I ain't there yet.
You ain't there yet.
I can say like,
can you cook?
How would you feel? All right, same question. How would you feel? You almost half my age. How would you feel if you met a female that can't cook, you know how to cook, but y'all equal, y'all right here, financial, all this other shit, but she can't cook?
I would cook.
But some men don't have a problem with cooking.
Niggas don't.
I can say from my experience, like growing up, my mama always definitely said like when I'm cooking, come in the kitchen, but I never took heed to it. So being at the crib with my girl is like sometimes she do want me to take the load off cooking because she get tired. It's like, yeah, you working all day,
you be smoking that motherfucking house out when you try to cook shit. Maybe in there, man, that shit ain't set.
I be on the grill. I'll say that.
She put that nigga outside.
I don't be cooking like that. I'm not gonna lie, but I do want to get into the fact of learning how to cook more.
So who cook more, you or her?
She do.
I don't want a man that can't cook. I do not want a man that
can. Can you
cook?
I
absolutely can.
That's a greedy.
Now I cook what I eat.
Nah, I feel it though.
Can you cook what he eat though?
I think
he gonna eat what I eat.
See, that's the problem right there.
Well,
he don't eat what I eat. That's the motherfucking problem.
Like,
Wait a minute.
I'm kind of like a healthy eater, so I don't really cook soul food. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the healthy eater.
That's another
So
topic.
yeah, you
right
don't.
there. That's
I
another
don't
topic.
cook soul food.
No.
Kind of
low, man.
We go to my mama's house on Sunday. I'm gonna get you soul food. I'm just saying cooking it.
I get what she's saying because I'm not gonna lie. I'm never gonna do away with the soul food.
How does nigga get up in the middle of the podcast though?
You could.
But think about the way black folks eat and the shit we eat. It's good,
Yeah.
but
it ain't good.
Yeah, it's some shit that we should not be eating on the regular. Think about how a lot of our family members
Like
have
what?
diabetes,
Like what?
pig feet, pork,
Bam,
fucking
bam.
oxtail,
Bam.
collagen, all that shit, man. It's
Bam,
good,
bam.
but it's not something to consume all the time.
I need all that.
We can eat it. I'm not saying don't
You know,
eat it,
we know
but we
that,
can't.
I need all that.
We can't be eating that shit on the regular.
But
Because,
you,
like I said, think
but you
about
eat, but you eat ass though.
Everything got
Hold on.
Before
Before we get to that, but think about.
Hold on, let me say before we hit that.
What we talking about yesterday? think about how many of our aunties and grandmas and uncles got diabetes, cancer, or high blood pressure. A lot of the shit we eat causes those.
You're right.
And a lot of it is, what you call it, passed down, generation.
Yeah.
But look why it's passed down, because of the shit we put in our body.
Yeah.
I've tried to, talk to my girl like, let's eat more healthy sometimes, but it's hard. It's really hard, and especially with the way shit going and all the shit they put in these foods is like, I think we need to get back to what black folks used to do, but like on our own shit.
Did y'all see the video with the fish? Did y'all see the video with the dude? He had the what was it? Whiting? Was it whiting or flounder? When he squeezed the fish.
The water, yeah, I saw that.
Right.
And the water came out of the fish.
What was
Right,
that?
so
Tilapia.
Tilapia.
No, it
Nah, it wasn't no tilapia. I think
tilapia.
it was like whiting.
Like whiting.
I think it was
So
whiting.
whiting was supposed to be real fish. So he squeezed it. First he touched it, and he said it kind of felt like the stuff that come in the diaper. You know how it's all when it gets wet. And he squeezed the fish, and it basically balled up.
Like a sponge.
And he put it back in the water, and it expanded.
It fluffed right back
So
up.
it's like, so we can't eat fish now? We don't know what we eating. Another topic, I'm sure, but yeah, like
Yeah,
that's
That's something we really need to talk
another
about.
day,
We need to talk about that.
But it is.
but it's crazy.
No, it ain't no conspiracy because you are what you eat.
Nah, like
You
if
eat
you saw
bullshit,
it,
we gonna
but
turn
you
you.
saw it
That's
the
it.
way that
And if
the
you eat
fish
ass,
boiled
you gonna
up,
turn in ass. That's it. Like shit.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. You say it's a conspiracy,
and then came back out.
we not gonna dive deep into this, but I'm gonna just say this just to, for you to marinate on. It's not a conspiracy. Bill Gates last year during the pandemic bought a whole bunch of land somewhere like in Idaho.
Farmland.
Yeah. I don't know if you've been seeing
All across the United States.
But lately, all across the United States, all these food plants been burning down mysteriously. And he always been talking about, Bill Gates, he was always talking about
Food shortage
making
coming.
synthetic food and shit, which is hence why we got all this food shortage. Do your
I
research.
seen that. No, I
We
seen
ain't gonna
that.
dive
I
deep
seen
into it,
it,
but
yeah.
do your research.
I
You
seen
saying
that
it's
online the other
You're
day.
saying it's a
Yeah.
conspiracy, but do your research. I'm telling you.
And now there's a shortage on baby formula.
The way I look at it is, look,
Yeah.
hey,
Do your research.
the way I look at it, God, hey, listen, the way I believe, the Lord knows you either gonna have a heart attack, you're gonna die of a stroke, you're gonna die in your sleep.
Yeah,
if
God
you eat
know.
McDonald's or ribs or every day, that shit not gonna
My
change
nigga.
none of that.
A lot of these diseases
God knows.
are man-made.
Do you know?
They are man-made.
I don't like what McDonald's do to my stomach. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Do you know? God knows. Do you know?
I know we don't really be, believe in everything in the Bible. But when you look at the Bible, you see people living for like 158 years, 200 years. If that's true, why you think they live that fucking long?
You think McDonald's is causing niggas to die?
Yes.
I'm not saying it's causing niggas
Yes.
to die, but it's a part of why
Yes.
people over time.
I know it's causing niggas
diabetes,
shit. I do
Heart
know that.
attack.
These foods are not good to eat all the time. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Uncle Seiko never had an injury. Eat McDonald's every day.
Look, just like with all the wars and shit, like
I guess I'm Brandon Marshall.
I guess, just like the wars and shit, Kase. Like I guess it's always a conspiracy. Maybe we just made them niggas mad, and that's why they started some shit with us. 9/11, Kase. Oh, we did this. We needed oil. Maybe we just pissed them niggas off. You ever think about that? But let's proceed next time.
Nah, I mean,
Okay. And we've been everybody y'all, but America's fair, right? To black people.
Go ahead with the next topic.
Stay on that
I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
That shit, that just don't, the conspiracy shit don't make sense. Like a lot of that shit, like the whole like niggas would say, oh, well, 9/11, you know, we did it to get like oil, do this, that, and the third, and we in debt. It take money to go to war, right? We don't have no fucking money.
Who say?
I just tell this nigga I done been deployed to Kuwait.
Yeah.
When we first touched down in Kuwait, like 5 o'clock in the morning. Hey, we gotta get a couple people to go and watch this oil rig in Syria. That's what the fuck we came over here for? Oil? Protect oil that's in another fucking country?
Support. That's what you was there for.
And you don't think we having all these wars? Yes, war make money, but that oil is making them more money too on top of war. That's where the money is coming from the war.
You ever play Battleship? Oh, okay. You ever play Monopoly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I mean. Everybody wants to believe that it's this
Patriotic country.
Patriotic and no, everything is just fucking great and we're doing it because this is what it is. Nigga, shit is fucked up. And motherfuckers is greedy. And it is going to be what the fuck it is at the end of the day. But I used to tell my soldiers this shit. You know what I mean? And just to level it down to the most remedialist motherfucking part that it can be. It is above our fucking pay grade to know when, where, why, and how. And if you don't like that, put yourself in a position to where you can be there. But we're here. And we have no motherfucking power to change it. So you get dished the fuck out. What the fuck is dished the fuck out? And you tighten up your fucking boots and you ride with it. That's going to make you get through. Remember we had this meeting with the COVID shit. I don't know why it's here. Fucking pandemics. This ain't the first pandemic. It might be the first pandemic in your motherfucking lifetime. But talk to some of these old cats. With the shit that's going on and the shit that they've been through. This is the fucking cards we was dealt. You're going to suck it up. Pull up your motherfucking bootstrings, as my mother going to say, and you're going to ride this bitch out. You're going to do what the best is for you and the motherfuckers that you care for. And you're going to ride it the fuck through. Because complaining about it and saying about it, or what this is fucking about, doesn't change anything.
It can change if enough people get together on the same motherfucking topic.
And we become like high.
And make it change. You know what I'm saying?
This is actually fight against their government.
So like you were saying with the
I'm just saying.
with the food.
But who wants to live there?
What did he say?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
He just said you want to be like who?
Yeah.
Boy, I'm not saying.
What the fuck you doing?
You're not getting what I'm saying.
You gotta go back to work.
You're not getting what I'm saying. What I'm saying is,
topic.
if we all come together as one,
Yeah.
and fight against the government, we could probably.
But who wants to live there?
Leave that.
But who wants to live there? I've been to Iraq 5 fucking times. Who wants to live there? I don't want to live there. I mean, but I feel you. But who wants to live there? That's why they flying motherfuckers over 30, 60, 40, 60,000 fucking dollars to come and let me shit on you because you can't even walk down the street holding the motherfucking chick hand if she not your wife.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
You can't even look at her.
Yeah,
You can't be gay
yeah.
and walk down the street because they're gonna chop your fucking head off.
Yeah.
So we all sit back and say the United States is fucked up, but everybody trying to run here because of the liberties and the freedoms that you fucking have. It's fucked up in some of these other countries. I've been to Cambodia, Macedonia, Iraq, Afghanistan, and it's fucked up over there on the shit that you can do and you can't do. So motherfuckers fly over here because they can be whoever the fuck they want to be.
Can they?
Yes.
Can you?
Yeah.
Is it
In a
just
sense.
In a sense, I get
In
you.
a sense,
Of
you
course.
can.
Oh,
Yeah, because now
it's
like
levels to every
you
fucking
can
thing.
have these fetishes, but that you can't have over there.
God damn, we gotta switch. We gotta.
Hey, yeah, we gotta
keep on. Hey,
So,
but look,
the next.
yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna ask you this though, because y'all, everybody's parents. So you start them.
That's just what I'm
You gonna do that?
Yeah.
Do that. Okay. Explain it to him, man. Go ahead.
So,
Yeah, this y'all shit. This for y'all. You might be into.
I know y'all. Did your parents ever tell you, when you turn 18, I'm not responsible for you no more. You're on your own, type shit, right? Why is that in the black community? I definitely see a lot of white folks in the white community where they can turn 18 and and they can just be working, but the parents still let them stay in the house just until they saving up enough money.
Well, first though, do y'all believe in that though? Like putting a nigga out at 18?
I don't have kids, but I don't believe in that.
Because I feel like, I'm gonna let you go, but I feel like you throwing, in the black community, we throwing our kids out at 18, but we throwing them out just to fucking struggle in the same position our parents in. Why don't you let that child stay with you for a little while, either go to work or go to school, save up some money, put him in a position to where, put he or she in a position to where when they well off, when they go get their own place, they ain't struggling. You gon' run into hard times regardless, but you ain't getting kicked out at 18 and you starting off in hard times trying to find your way through the next couple of years, you know, your way in life. Like, why is it that we kick our kids out at 18?
I put it like this. When I was 15, my mom put me in a position to where I had to eat. Once she saw I was in a career field that I had to eat, and I knew I had the opportunity to make certain money, she stopped paying for certain shit. So it prepared me in life by the time I was 18 to where when I'm on my own, I'm not going to struggle. I'm not going to be unfamiliar with shit. I'll have a certain idea of certain shit. So she really set me up for success rather than failure. When I'm in the real world, I'm good. I know about bills. I know about taxes. I know about responsibilities. Rather than turning 18, be unfamiliar, then I have a certain responsibility on my shoulders. So I thank her for that. I thank a lot of parents for that actually do that. She didn't put me out, but she stopped paying for certain shit, so it's like I had to do that. I'm making the money. I'm learning the responsibility.
I can agree with that. I like that idea, yeah. Because, I mean, when I was in high school, I started asking my mom for certain shit, too, because I knew the struggle. So I would have to find it on my own, which I'm not mad about. But to be 18, you got to get out of my house now. Like,
So we talking about males or females?
Both.
Let's just be me and me. We talking about both?
Yeah.
And before you go, I even seen a post, and the extra shit that I seen in the post was like, somebody said, when my daughter turned 18, yes, she can stay with me. But my sons, they gotta get the fuck out.
They gotta get the fuck
That's
out.
fuck.
But that's crazy, and only because I feel like women are more inclined to get their own places. The majority of men out here don't have their own place. A lot of men, especially young men, they're moving in with women.
Hey, don't let Christian hear that shit.
They're
like 30, never had their own place because they've lived with women. You know, a woman here, a woman there, a woman there.
It is. That's true. Man.
So why not start them early?
It ain't even got nothing to do with female or male, though.
No, my cousin. So we're attempting to change this narrative. You know, so I got a cousin. Her son. I think he's 23 now. No, he was able to stay with her once he graduated. Only thing he paid was his insurance on his car payment. He worked a decent job when he was making $30,000 a year. He was able to keep all his money.
Damn, you doing all right.
But he's
right.
Setting him up.
Right, like I said, that was the goal, is to set him up so that when he moves out, like, he's prepared for life. He's prepared to move out, buy a house if that's what he wants. You know, and I feel like that's what we should do. Like, but now I think, are we conditioned? Maybe because of slavery. You know, you think about it, like, a lot of us, we were working when we were young, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, you know, we're working. So is it that we're what we learn? You know what I'm saying? So it's passed down from generations where we have to work when we're young. So is that what we're thinking? We got to continue working while we're young. What?
I'm just listening.
I'm just saying.
But no, I agree.
But even when I got a job when I was 16, and I was like, oh, you don't have to pay bills. Why I got to pay bills? I just started working. I'm barely making
Here's the narrative. Here's the narrative.
I'm going to say one thing, then y'all, you know, because y'all parents. I ain't got no part in this.
I ain't no parent, but still, I'm a child.
But look, check it out. Like, look at it like this, because with that episode of Atlanta, that's the only thing I'll say. With it, the nigga, he was saying, like, to his kid, the boy was like, yeah, I'm trying to get to college. He's like, how much is tuition? He was like, yeah, about 40, 50 bands. Dad say, black dad, huh? Yeah, all right. And the nigga, it's like the little shit. He said, yeah, you know, if your graduation, me and your auntie take you to go to crowd, boy. And that's it. Why we do shit like that, though? I think it's something that starts in the beginning. And is it slavery?
It's not slavery. It's not
You
slavery.
don't think so?
No.
But what?
It's conditioning because of the generations that came before us, right? And I don't even believe all of what the fuck they said about slavery, so I think we need to get off of that, first of all. There was more black people here in America than they could ever bought over in no motherfucking slave ships. That is, if you can do simple math, then that'll take you out of that slavery mindset. So we always put a crutch on slavery and say, well, it all started, everything that
I'm
we
not in
fucked
that
up about was because of slavery. There's no way in the fucking hell you could have had a 500.
They do say.
Man, I'm gonna break it all the way down. If you took 100 motherfuckers, no matter what color they were, from Africa, for however long it took that slave ship to leave the coast of Africa to make it to America, there's too many variables that happen to the point where by the time that ship made it to America, if it was a 30-day journey, 60-day journey, you got less than a 30.
Oh, yeah,
I just
everybody,
said just 100.
Everybody who
Okay?
got on there didn't make it.
Exactly. So
I mean,
they say they like to say, well, it was a 500, or it was 1,000 black people, or whatever. Okay, if that's the case, how many fucking trips did y'all have to make to get all these black people to come? First of all, nigga, after the second ship, hold the fuck up, nigga. If they got any kind of brain how we got today, after the second one, nigga, y'all ain't coming to get no more. That's enough.
and my thing is,
But let me get back on topic real quick. So let's stop using, okay, everything came from slavery. It might have, but might not have. But I honestly believe that it was the latter part. 40s, 50s, 60s generation, right? After slavery. When you had conditioning, the Willie Lynch syndrome, all this other bullshit that played a part in the black family community. Here's a little black kid. Here's a little white kid. They both growing up with the same fucking freedoms of America, right?
No.
Listen to what I'm saying real quick. The same freedoms of America, because 50 years ago, the black community was a hell of a lot stronger than what the fuck it is today. You had communities where they owned everything. They own banks, they own stores, they own everything, right? And this is where people get fucked up at, is because I got a daughter in college. So I knew this topic was coming up. And on the ride up here, I thought about it. I said, you know what, out of all these topics we're going to talk about, it's the only one that I'm struggling with, because now I got a daughter that's in college, I got a son that's about to be, hopefully, and I got a little one that's on the way. So do I fall victim to what this topic is and just find an excuse, or do I explain how we can make a difference based on the difference? Here's the black kid, here's the white kid. The white kid, family, start grooming them when they're in the elementary school. And they teach them about credit. They teach them about bills. They start their own motherfucking insurance, life insurance, and anything else they need to succeed once they get out of college, right? So once they get out of college, 9 times out of 10, they zero debt. In the black community, we all want our kids, especially today, to get a college degree. When I came out of school, all you need was a high school diploma to fucking get a job and make a lifestyle for yourself. Now, you're going to struggle, you're going to bust your ass, you ain't have the best life, but high school diploma was enough. You got to go get a trade like what I got, you know what I'm saying? I do good, the trade that God gave me, and how I've been able to provide for myself and my family. That's not enough today. So now I need a college degree. As a black kid, nigga, you're going to come out at least 100 bands in the hole. So straight out the gate, this motherfucker is at 0. The white kid, this motherfucker is at 100 bands behind. You see what I'm saying? Because they taught them about credit. They taught them about finances. They taught them about all the things they need to get ahead in life. Us, as a black community, when your child is 18, you say, you know what? I struggled all my life. My mom and my daddy taught me that once you turn 18, you got to either have a job or you got to get the fuck on. But what were you doing before they turned 18? You know what I'm saying? When they were 10, 12, 15. Understanding, look, let me put these trade lines on your shit, because I'm building my credit, so I'm going to build yours, I'm going to build yours while I'm building mine. So when they do turn 18, if they never go to college, they got a leg up. You see what I'm saying? Those are the little things that we don't do as a community that makes this type of topic come up, because the average kid, no matter if they're white or black, should already be in a position by the time they leave, if we don't keep them or we let them stay, to fucking start life off. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't taught that. And our parents wasn't taught that. You see what I'm saying? And our parents' parents wasn't taught that. I don't know how far
That's
back.
why I go back to slavery. For me,
I really
that's
don't
why I
know
say
how
that.
far back it go because there was a time when we were taught that. Black Wall Street that happened when they burnt that whole motherfucking community down or that city or whatever, it was being taught. They were teaching generations and generations. Then it was being taught then. You see what I'm saying?
How far did it expand?
I don't know. That's the thing. That's another good question. I really don't know.
So is it
but we have the
situational
knowledge.
based? Is it situational based?
It's not situational based
Why not?
because of today.
Because 100% of black families is not doing their people like that.
No, it's
You know
not.
what I mean?
It's not situational based because of the same shit that we all keep talking about, and all of them have one common denominator. The world we live in today, where we have these, like everything is at our fucking fingertips, and we can't put everything on the kids because the same way they have the opportunity to learn shit. I wish I had motherfucking YouTube growing up in school. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I don't know what I would be. But
Especially out
YouTube will teach you how to do everything. You see what I'm saying? But the same way the kids have these, we have these. So we got to utilize the technology. We got to utilize everything that we got, but we're not doing it. You see what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, I don't think you should kick a kid out at 18 because they're still a child. They don't know how to do shit. They ain't got no trade. Barely got an education. What the fuck they gonna do?
all they got is age. Like they're still not an adult.
What
Like,
are they gonna do?
What makes 18 an adult?
Yeah,
Because
you can't do
their
anything.
mind still hasn't fully processed.
I feel you on the technology because it's like, how do you expect your child to utilize some shit that we grew up with that you ain't even trying to utilize? Show them. You gotta be the example.
It's a little different though. I think like with like the way I look at it, like with us, and it's kind of like what we doing, and we seeing the repercussions of it, especially nowadays. Like them, they told us, like their parents, y'all told us we could be whatever we want to be, we could do whatever we want to, and y'all facing that. You know, you do gotta. That's why everybody want to be a rapper. You don't. Nobody want to be a math teacher or an accountant. Niggas getting on YouTube. You want to be a YouTube star, a gamer. Y'all told us you can do whatever you want, and now y'all facing that. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that's what's gonna fuck us up because our kids.
It's not a bad thing because I said this shit like a long time ago. I said too many motherfuckers want to be a rapper. I was like, where?
Nobody want to be a math teacher,
doctor,
no.
nurse, lawyer. I'm like, y'all talking about all the bullshit we go through as black people. Don't nobody want to be a lawyer. Don't nobody want to be a doctor.
Like I said,
We get all these black women who have a less chance of being alive after giving birth. We don't have enough black people to take care of our black women when
That
they
was
give
where it
birth.
went wrong.
Instagram.
And to piggyback off of that,
That's
why do
crazy.
we not have black people that don't want to be policemen? You know, like we complain about our community and it's white policemen, but I think a lot of times like, we snitches if we're policemen or women. But how can we complain about it if we don't have black people that want to be policemen?
And police ourselves.
I think a lot of that be because it's gonna be a few black policemen that's gonna actually do their fucking job and not look at shit and try to actually change the community they grew up in. But there's gonna be a few that's gonna conform to the white folks that's on that bullshit.
I got a fun fact.
Because we don't have enough. And we got enough of us in there where it's like, I'm saying somebody else got my back when there's only a few of us. It's
How
like,
many is
they
enough?
got
Because
my
how many black people they hire? First of all,
back. How many are applying? It ain't how many they hiring, how many applying.
Another thing too, they threaten us with money. When the minute they threaten us with money, I'm gonna take care of my family.
But it's,
you don't make a lot of money as a police
Listen,
Police don't end up
listen.
It ain't about the
No,
I feel like
but
it
I'm
shouldn't be
just
about the
saying.
money. It's about the bigger.
I'm just
so
saying.
niggas got to devalue
people
themselves.
look at it
become
like
Well, got
police
to.
If you
But how can
fucking
we
up my
complain
money,
about it?
I'm not about to conform to this. That's what I'm getting.
But is it that I'm saying? So if you go back, and I'm listening to what everybody's saying, but if you go back to the beginning, whether you was a child or a teenager coming up and now you on your own, is it situational based? Is it situation and society based? Because you got to look at it as this. You know what I'm
Everybody
saying?
grows different.
Everybody grows up different. What goes on in your household and is instilled in you as a child is what goes on in your household and instilled in your child. You know what I'm saying? I left the house. I was 16. When I graduated high school, I left the house. Went back up to Philly. Then I went in the military. You understand what I'm saying? But I knew what my mother instilled in me as a young boy. I mean, I can't sit here and say I snuck out, snuck bitches in the house, whatever the case. I never did none of that.
You understand what I'm saying? But I knew when it was time to leave, my mother set me down, and I remember her telling me, listen, this is what me and your dad is going to provide for you. If you want anything other than that, then you're going to have to get out here and get it. You know what I'm saying? And growing up, I knew what I saw, what I learned, and what I experienced. I knew what I wanted when she told me that. You know what I'm saying? So if this is all you can give me, then I need to get out here and get it. And I'm going to tell you now, even at 45, as an entrepreneur, I still call on my mother to be like, hey, I'm fucked up. I'm in a jam. Can you help me? And she's still there. You know what I'm saying? But I know my limitations. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I left at 16. My sister left. She was in her fucking 20s. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, 25, she just left her mom's house. You know what I'm saying? So I say, is it gender-based? Because at the end of the day, we have tendencies to say, this my baby girl. You understand what I'm saying? This my girl. Situations. This is my girl. I'm going to hold on to her. Yeah, you can stay.
Until Mr. Sharp and the right nigga come along.
But no. Because you know. No, that's not what I'm saying. And you know no. Because my thing is this. If you stay from the beginning, whether it was my sister or it was my daughter, you know what I mean? I was teaching her. Look out for this. You a man. So you already going to teach your daughter. I know your daughter since she was head. You know what I'm saying? So you already going to teach your daughter what to expect. This is how we do it. It was based off of situations of how we treat chicks and what we run into. You understand what I'm saying? So I taught my sister that. And I taught my daughter that.
Well, wouldn't you want to have your son be in the same position as your daughter so that he can provide and do the things he needs to do?
You're right. You're right. I get that.
I feel like a lot of men are sheltered there. I feel like a lot of our women are going to succeed more than our men.
It depends.
It
depends.
Like, it depends. Against a man, I feel like the woman is she's gonna go to the top.
It depends.
Society, women are starting to make more money than the men.
Yeah, and I get that, and I understand, and I understand that. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying sheltering her. You might console her a little bit more than you console your son, because your son needs to get the fuck out there. And he needs to know how to put left in front of right. He needs to know what he's going to come up against as a black male trying to get out here and get this motherfucking money. And nobody, when you turn left or right, is going to be there for you until you create those networkings that you can create. So yeah, get the fuck up there.
How do we change that? So how do we
teach it? You got
to teach it.
I think when
why they young, like we can't have the same mindset that our parents or our parents' parents might have had for us. You got to start grooming them